I'd say we are live, but I guess just I'm live. The star of the show isn't here. Can you believe that? She'll be here. She'll be here. Don't worry. It's just, as soon as it got close to 5 p.m. over here, crew decided you need to go outside. He's not, I guess he doesn't care about the live. But that's the exciting thing about lives, right? You just gotta roll with it. How's everyone doing tonight? Man, we have got so much going on. So much going on, and some good things, some bad things. We're gonna go through it all tonight. And I see Crew and Jess, they're walking back up here. Yes, Kurt, we did get some rain the other night. I'm very excited about that. We're definitely going to be talking about that. Very exciting. The star of the show is back.
Me or Crew?
Crew. Crew's the star of the show. He's what people want to see. He's what people want to see. What we got going on here? Brainstorm Makers, how's it going? Hope everyone is doing well. Man. Yeah, I'm very excited. As you can see, oh, Jess is back. Hey, girl. Pow. I'm very excited. If you can notice, the air conditioning is off here. Past couple of lives, we were running the AC on because it's just been so hot here lately. So, and we had to I kind of had to speak up because this thing is so loud. Might have to do that anyway.
No, it's just the fan and Crew drinking water.
Crew drinking water. Crew drinking water is going to drown us out. But with that rainstorm we had, everything's kind of cooled down a little bit. Oh.
Yeah, it's been nice.
It feels so good with the clouds and the rain, everything like that.
I think we had the past 2 weeks have been like over 100 degrees every day.
Every day. It's crazy. It's probably been the longest string of 100 days since we've been recording the weather. Yeah. It's a record-breaking year for us. Very hot, very dry. I mean, June is usually the hottest, driest month, but it seems like this time was just ridiculous. So many days over 100. But hopefully the monsoons are just around the corner, so hopefully that'll just keep things cooler. It's going to jump up in temps over the next couple of days and then drop back down in the 80s.
Hi, Anne-Marie.
Anne-Marie, hello. Leo, how's it going? How's the Dragon Clan doing? It's going great. We've had 0.15 inches of rain. Oh, we got you beat, Brainstorm Makers. We got you beat. Simply Pam's in the house. Hey, y'all. Liz says hello. Give some crew some love for us here in Colorado. Eli's in the house. So how much rain did we get?
Are you asking me?
You could answer or I could answer. I don't know. We got 0.4 inches yesterday. Almost half an inch. It was crazy. Now we got a little bit of rain during the day, but we got most of it at night. It really started coming down at night. Crazy. I was a little worried about everything because we've been doing a lot of cobbing lately. Mm-hmm. I think we did a cob in the last video, right?
Yeah.
And this whole next video is just about cob. We got other things going on, but
we were doing cob like right before it rained, though.
Yeah, I mean we've been doing cob for like the past few days, and we literally just got done, so it was like a fresh batch of cob on those walls. and we get a lot of questions about like how's that gonna hold up in the rain. You know, the rain's gonna tear apart those bags. The rain's gonna wash away the cob, and you know, it, none of that's true. Well,
Mm-hmm.
the cob a little bit, but actually, the cob you just put on was fine.
Yeah.
The fresh cob
That was the
was
stuff I was worried
that was the
about.
stuff you were worried about, but it was actually kind of some of the stuff like underneath the platforms that we had built over there, and where the cob was a little thinner. So I
Mm-hmm.
think there was a buildup of rain coming off of those platforms, and
And made
then
little
washing away
little
some of the
rivers of
thinner
rain on
areas
it.
of cob. Yeah, so the cob held up really well. The bags held up really well. The only damage to the bags is the UV damage. That's why we need to get them covered ASAP. Ooh, the cob cannon. Good question. The cob cannon is almost, the cob cannon is almost fully functional. My Palpatine impression. When your friends arrive, the cob cannon will be fully operational. I actually found an adapter, so I had to get an adapter because it's kind of a weird size on the handle for that. Fully operational, exactly. uh, so it was kind of a weird attachment. So I got an adapter. It's like a half-inch to quarter-inch adapter. So now all I need is a quarter-inch um, disconnect thing, and then it just should be fine. It should be able to work. And then we'll find out whether our compressor can handle doing the cob can, because I think it. I forget what they said. Like, there's a certain amount of pressure you want for this particular device to work. I think we have half of it.
Uh-oh.
Or no, it might be close. It might be close. But we'll see. We'll see if our compressor can handle it. Hopefully it does.
Ralph asks, does the refrigerator in the motorhome work, and can you replace it with yours that's going out? Does that work? Even?
Wait,
I don't think it works in
what's
the
that?
in the motorhome.
Oh, that one? No.
Does anything work in there?
I think the microwave might work.
Really? Okay.
But no, the RV fridge doesn't work. I tried it both on electricity and
Hey, Tony.
propane. Tony, what's up? And I tried electricity and propane, and neither of it works with that. With the motorhome, some of the lights will work, but I had to turn off some of the breakers in there because like a fan would run underneath that fridge, and it sucks up so much juice. Like, I think it sucked up almost as much juice as our refrigerator in here. So you don't want that running all the time. I'll tell you that much.
Liz says in Mexico they traditionally take siestas at noon to 1 to 2 p.m. and I think it's because of the hot weather around that time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
Crew
That
does the same thing. I don't know. He must be Mexican. He sleeps most of the day.
Yeah, honestly, that is probably what we would do, but we might be through some of the hotter parts, the hottest part of the summer.
I hope so.
Hopefully, you know, if it gets hot on the hot days, we would probably have to do that. But if it cools down into the 80s, that there's no problem with working through the day with that. It's only like when it gets to like close to 100, over 100, then that becomes more of an issue.
I think a couple people want to know how much water we're actually able to catch from that rainfall.
Not a lot. We still obviously have to rehook up our main catchment from the rain roof. But we still can catch water off the hacienda, and we can still catch water off the shed. The shed is connected into the poly tanks, and the hacienda is connected to a couple of IBC totes. So, yeah, obviously we're not going to get a ton of water off of the shed or the hacienda, but we'll get a little bit. So we'll get a little into those IBC totes, a little bit into the poly tanks. And I got this idea. I got the idea of how I'm going to do the rainwater harvesting. I'm excited about it. So when I re-hook up the roof, I'm going to plumb it not only into the poly tanks, but also to the cistern. So the main flow of poly tanks, because we're still using the poly tanks, and I don't know how long we're going to be using those poly tanks for. So if we can get water back into there, that would be good.
Mm-hmm.
It was my mistake disconnecting it in the first place. I will take the full blame on that. You tried to warn me. You were like, "Oh, why would you do that?" But I didn't listen. I was thinking the house build wouldn't take that long, and we'd be using the cistern water. So I got excited. I wanted to do that, and then I miscalculated that. But I'm going to plumb it back into the poly tanks as well as into the cistern. And if the poly tanks overflow, it should then be able to, any excess from that should then be able to go back into the cistern. So we'll actually be plumbing it into the poly tanks, and then two possible modes of it'll possibly flow into the cistern from two sources. I got a bottle of water with me this time.
Dry.
Talk. It's on you.
Are you going to paint the cab? Kind of. Not with paint. Possibly with some kind of earthen paint. Kind of a plaster. Probably on the outside.
So we have an initial cob layer down. There'll probably be another coat going over that whole thing, kind of finishing. Will that be part of the final layer, or will there be another of that coat like you're saying?
No. I think there's probably gonna be another cob layer just to kind of even out some areas, and then a final like render over that.
So we might not need to go over the whole thing, just some areas.
Yeah.
Okay.
Even that.
And you're not sure about the render. Are you 100% on that?
No.
Okay, so that's a
Still
maybe.
thinking about it.
Oh, that's right, Leo. We need thumbs up in here, y'all. 220 people watching and only 90 thumbs up. Come on. We can do better than that. Thumbs up really help the channel. We really appreciate it. If you're on the live, if you're watching the videos, thumbs up are always appreciated. It does so much to help us out. It's just one of those simple things you can do to help us out in what we're doing.
How's your build permit situation?
I should know the answer to that. How many times have we been asked that during the lives? And I still haven't checked on that.
What? Well, we got an extension.
I'm sure that extension just went through.
That should be good for another year.
Yeah. Yep. And I don't know the specifics on that. I don't know if it seems to me, I don't know if it's for sure official yet, but it seems like they might be kind of adding some extra benefits to the whole opt-out thing, which I think is kind of exciting. Allowing people more time to build and stuff like that because, like I said, this is taking way longer than I anticipated. I was thinking like maybe 2 to 3 months to build this dome. Yeah. Weren't you thinking that?
I guess I was.
Yeah, you were thinking that too because it took us.
Our previous experience with building
Those underground portions took us about a month.
This is more complicated.
It's way more complicated and way bigger.
Yeah.
Wow. I can't believe we've been working on this dome for like half a year already.
know.
And it's still going. We're only halfway done.
What?
But one of the big things we learned down here is that we've got to protect those bags right away. So It's gonna have to be doing maybe 1 or 2 courses, getting that cob on there.
And then it won't take so long doing these cob
Big cobbing
sections.
sessions, yes.
I see some of you are wondering about like painting the bags to protect them. I think the issue there is like the type of paint. Like we probably couldn't use like a latex paint or
Right.
something, or acrylic, because it would prevent them from drying properly. And if there's any kind of moisture that gets into the bags, like that needs to be able to get out. So I suppose we could do some kind of vapor permeable paint. It would be more expensive, but then I think we couldn't put anything less or more vapor permeable over that like cob or something. If we wanted to do that, it would have to be like the final layer.
Right. I think I seen someone here make a comment that 2 to 3 months for 5 people.
Really?
And I think that makes sense. I think if we honestly had one more person, this build could go a lot quicker.
Yeah, because part of it is like transporting the dirt.
It's all the prepping the dirt and getting the dirt over there. So if we have like one person prepping the dirt and then another person transporting it, I
And
think
one
that would do
person filling.
and filling. I think it would just go a lot quicker.
Gotta get crew out.
Yeah, right. That guy never holds up his end of the deal.
Yeah, what's he doing?
Should I tell him some of the bad news?
Sure.
So we got a lot of good news, good things going on, some bad things going on. Anyway, so I was messing with the AC. A lot of people know I've been messing with the AC on the car. I installed that new blower motor in there. So now when we were in the car and it's driving, the AC works really well. But if we're doing city driving, it cuts out. Now I decided to take the car into the dealership to just get it diagnosed properly, so I know exactly what I'm looking at. And I kind of had my suspicions that it was the compressor, and they confirmed it. They're like, the compressor is going, but that's not the only thing you got to be worried about. Like, because I wanted them to change out the transmission fluid, and they didn't even want to touch it because it's like 282,000 miles on it. They're like, maybe we'll change it. But they looked into it and they're like, that transmission is going. And I knew it kind of has some issues with the transmission because it slips sometimes. Not oftentimes. If I'm driving it for a while, that transmission slips. So I knew there was kind of an issue with it, and they confirmed that too. Like, it is going. So, we're just gonna. So no long trips for us. Obviously, we're not going to be taking the Kia across country. So it'll just be kind of like to the nearby town and back, when we need to do things, and just kind of cross our fingers. I'm hoping that the Kia will last throughout the year. Because I really don't want to get anything. I don't really want to get a beater if I don't have to. But big expenditures right now of building a house is kind of a tricky situation as well. So, we'll just cross our fingers and hope for the best. What is that? Hope for the best and prepare for the worst?
Yeah.
That's kind of what we'll be doing, I think.
Horse and buggy, yeah.
Yeah,
There you go.
you need 2 cars. 2 cars instead of like one that barely works. Leo, you guys are awesome. We always appreciate your offers for help.
Yeah,
thank you so much. You guys are too generous.
Kurt says he's been trying to get a hold of the Pacific Packaging Company that we got our bags from.
Oh, was he able to do it?
Back. No.
What? They ain't calling you back?
I would suggest shop around.
Yeah, if you can. Look for something local if you can.
Yeah, other companies that might do like package printing and they use those woven polypropylene bags. If you can get misprints, it's probably cool.
And if you guys do come across any companies um, where you can find misprinted bags, let us know.
Yeah.
Let us know, and we'll get the word out to other people that are interested in building with this as well. So, the more places in the country we can find that might offer those kind of bags, that might be a great resource for people. Craig Stern, what's up?
Wayne says, I'm sure you answered this at some point, but wouldn't the basement be a cool place to stay?
Oh man, I think it will be. I want to cut into that floor so bad and open that up,
Yeah.
but I'm resisting it right now because I think it might pose an extra hazard that we don't need right now. I mean, if you fall from that height, you're gonna get pretty hurt, whether there's a
Yeah.
hole in the floor or not.
So you don't want to fall through an extra hole.
Yeah, you don't want to fall through an extra hole. Plus, like, I'd have to worry about covering that hole up. And right now, we can kind of position the ladders around there a lot easier.
Yeah.
So I'm resisting on doing that. But I think those temperatures down there are gonna be nice. I'd honestly want to hide down there,
Just
but
crawl down in there.
crawl down in there. Yeah, this is try farmers with buying feed bags for earthbagging. Absolutely, that might be a way to go as well.
Yeah. Yeah, you could probably get like free bags that way.
Mhm.
I don't know how easy it would be to get enough bags, but yeah, free bags.
We got a hello from Naples. Hello.
Hey. Oh. RBA Chainer is asking about the fires.
Oh,
It's a number of
yeah.
fires in Arizona.
There's a bunch all over, and the crazy thing is that there's one that's kind of close. I think it's about 40 miles away or so,
Yep.
up in the Dragoon Mountains. What's it called? The Walnut Fire?
Yeah. And that's probably the closest one to us.
I don't know if it's still going on. Do you know if that's out or if it's still going?
I don't know. But the other day, the wind was coming from that direction, and we got a lot of smoke over here.
For a couple of days, toward the evening, I think when the wind blows in the right direction, it started blotting out the mountains, the mountain ranges. So you could definitely see the smoke, and then you could definitely get that smoke smell to it.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, that is crazy. But I mean, it's like 40 miles away. There's like no danger
Hey,
of that
North Star
spreading.
Prepstetter.
North Star Prepstetter, hello. We say built on the rock homestead, hello. But yeah, I mean, no danger to us this far down. I was a little bit worried about our neighbors in like St. David and kind of the Pierce area because they're a lot closer. But even they weren't too worried about it.
Yeah, Leo says now it's over 8,000 acres.
Oh, it's still going. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that's one of the reasons why rain is so important down here. June is such a horrible time for these wildfires like that.
And bad thing, like right around this time, sometimes there's storms and there's like lightning, and that starts the fire, but there's not like enough rain.
Exactly. We need to. We definitely need that moisture.
Just how far are you away from power? We can see poles when you pan around. From Joe in Florida.
Oh yeah, we could actually get hooked up to the grid.
Yeah, there's power like right by our property line.
If we built our house closer to the north end of our property, we probably could have got hooked up to the grid for fairly cheap. But we didn't, obviously there's expense with hooking up to the grid. As close as you can get to the power pole, the better. because I think one of our neighbors got hooked up to the grid, and I think it was like a little over 3,000. Don't quote me on that. But as soon as they have to start hooking up more poles, it gets increasingly more expensive. Like the first pole I think isn't too bad, but then those additional poles start getting expensive. And if you look at some of the properties around here, you'll see a whole bunch of poles dragging that energy
I'm
out
like,
to
whoa, how much
yeah,
did
like
that
how much did
cost?
that cost?
And then you have
A bill after
utility
that.
bill.
So one of the cool things that us not only, I mean, we put that initial investment into the solar, and now we don't have a bill.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, we got to watch our energy usage sometimes, and on those cloudy days, maybe we shut a couple things off.
Well, that's
But
a good question. What was our decision to build where we are?
we just kind of randomly did some things.
No.
We kind of used our permaculture training, um, and kind of let the land talk to us about where we want to build. So we kind of took into consideration elevation, contour lines, those kind of things are what our main concern was.
Mm-hmm.
And from there, we're kind of branching out into the rest of our design.
Yeah, so we wanted a spot that wasn't, the low spot of the property, but maybe somewhere near a place that might be a good spot for growing things. So it'd be more convenient for gardening and things, but kind of a middle ground. And just we kind of checked where the water flowed across the land and figured out kind of what we thought might be a good spot. How deep is the water under your property?
Oh, for like a well or something like that. I think. I mean, we've seen like information on surrounding wells. We've gotten information from well drillers. I've seen comments of people that have put in wells recently. I think we would have to go 300 to 400 feet. But they say, the well driller is always probably wants to put you on that cautious side. I plan on going 600. But we probably could hit water at 300 to 400 feet. You're a hero. You're solid gold. She is amazing. This woman. I can't say enough good things about her. I don't know how you do what you do day in and day out. It's always amazing. I'm always impressed.
Well, I do it because I got a good partner.
We motivate each other.
Today's gardener asks, when you're finished with your house, will you be making a cob oven for pizza and pies?
Yes. Oh, there's so many projects I want to get done out here.
Yeah.
The Mindful Homestead. Hello. So many projects I want to get done. I definitely want to build some like a cob oven. I want to build more cisterns, but smaller.
Is that Leo that said he got a quote for 350 feet, 25,000?
Yeah, that's kind of what I figured. Maybe about 300 to 400 feet. It'd probably cost $25,000 to $30,000. But we're really trying not to do a well if possible. I mean, maybe it's a possibility down the road, but we're really trying not to. Like, we definitely want to do as much rainwater harvesting as possible. Try and get as much as that. Plus we're just talking today about the possibility of getting things in order to haul water.
Yeah, if we ever need it.
If we need to.
Good to have backups.
Trying to keep the vocal cords moistened.
Hey, Elaine, thank
Super
you.
chat time. Thank you so much for that. Very generous. What kind of internet are you using? And are y'all planning on getting any other animals besides chickens? Internet, it's just actually the Verizon network. So we don't have any kind of like special internet. We can't get any other type of internet out here. It's only mobile data. But the Verizon network's been working out really well for us, I think. That with the addition of the do have a Wii Boost, which is a cell phone signal booster, and I think that's really been great for us. We've been able to stream things.
Yeah.
We can obviously go live, not too big of an issue. I think we have to go live on the phone. I think we did try the computer once; it didn't work out too well.
Yeah. You remember when we first started doing the lives, and we had to go on the roof?
I almost forgot about that. Yeah, if any of you guys have seen some of our lives when we first tried doing it, like trying to find good spots. Yeah, we did it from the roof a few times. Oh, that's hilarious. I remember that. As far as the chickens go, yeah, we definitely want more animals besides chickens. I think we're definitely gonna get more chickens. We're definitely gonna get more animals. What do you think will be the next animal we get? What'll be the next one besides chickens that you want to get into?
I'm kind of thinking of working up in size, so it might be something smaller. Maybe ducks. I've been thinking about ducks lately, but I don't know. There's good desert ducks.
Desert ducks. Are there desert ducks? A desert duck breed?
And
What about rabbits? Well, we got enough rabbits around here, huh?
there are a lot of wild rabbits. But I've also been thinking about sheep or some type of like fiber type animal. Interested in fiber things, products.
I like that idea of sheep. Camel.
Animal.
Geothermal cooling for the solar panel. We've definitely thought of some geothermal cooling. We might do that more maybe for the greenhouse when we build it. I think it's too late for the shed. For the shed, I might, because we already kind of started trying to do something with a solar chimney, but I think it was the wrong. I think the pipe is too small, and I don't think plastic is the best material for it. I think a larger metal pipe painted black would be better, and it might be able to pull up the airflow a lot better. So I might adjust the solar chimney on there, and just add a little bit more material to the walls, or maybe a lot more material. Maybe adding some straw bale or something to it, and maybe making the roof a little larger. So I got some ideas on that. But one issue, like, I mean, it's not built the best, and two, like, it was part of a plan that we had before, and then all the plans changed.
Yep.
So it's not even the best orientation for, it should really be an east-west orientation. Instead, it's like north-south, which, is probably raising those temperatures up possibly 10 degrees. Just by changing that, it could be much cooler. What can you do?
Did we get a crew cam in yet?
We didn't get a crew cam in. Should we do that now?
Sure. He's partially under.
Why is he under the plastic? How did he even do that? There he is.
Will your new house have central AC and heat?
No, none of that. We definitely don't want to do any kind of air conditioning in there.
These feet are cold.
We definitely don't want to do any kind of air conditioning. We want to get away from that. And I don't think we'll need it. Honestly, think with the way we're building, with thick as these walls are going to be, I don't think we'll need air conditioning. Now, we might need heat in the summer. Or in the winter.
What?
No heat in the summer. We might need heat in the winter. And we're thinking of possibly going with either we would like to go with a rocket stove. So we're going to see if we can do that. But also maybe even just a regular wood stove might work. one of those two options. I think we'll need some heat in the winter. And I'm excited about either of those options.
Mm-hmm.
Rocket stove, mass heater. We got any questions, or can I talk about some good news?
Go ahead.
So, of course, the RV fridge went in. Major inconvenience. And we had to kind of, if you've seen the last video, you know, we kind of had to work out of that cooler for a little bit. But we didn't have to do that long. We did that for about a week. How do you feel like if you would had to do that long term? Do you think you could have handled that, or would it have been a really big pain?
Oh, no,
Ed?
that was kind of a pain.
That's kind of a pain. Luckily, we don't have to because we just got a new refrigerator. So I'm excited about that. There were a lot of suggestions about like fixing the RV fridge, which we didn't really want to spend a whole lot of time or money on. There are suggestions of getting like a small mini fridge and replacing that. We didn't really want to do that just because of the size. You know, we were going to invest in a regular size refrigerator anyway for the house. So we figured we might as well just do that right away. So we got a regular fridge, regular size fridge, you know, and already it's used way less energy than the RV fridge. The RV fridge sucked up so much energy.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm excited. I can't wait to show you guys the new fridge. I'm excited. And this will end up being the actual fridge that will go in the house once it's done.
Do you suggest any particular books to get started?
Ooh, for what?
I don't know.
To get started in what? Because I got books I can recommend for almost anything we do out here. And almost anything we do out except for maybe I should have some books on carpentry.
Okay.
But almost everything we do out here, I got a whole list of books that's good reading.
Well, let's name some of them.
Well, like for Earthbag building, there's building with earth bags.
No, I think it's just called Earthbag Building.
Earthbag building. Earthbag building. What's that one you got on your phone?
Oh, I forget.
That was
But
kind of
it's by Kelly Hart, and the other one is by Khaki Hunter
yeah.
and Donald Kickmeyer. Those are good books.
And then there's the one by Nada Khalili.
Mm-hmm.
And I forget the name of that one too. I should have studied up before doing that. But it's like temporary earthbag shelters. You can find it on the CalEarth website. And you can download like an e-version of it or get a hardcover book. All great reads. I recommend because each book has a little bit something different. Yeah. So it never hurts to read a few books, to watch a few videos, and most importantly, get your hands dirty and build something small.
Mm-hmm. And I think for like rainwater harvesting,
Brad Lancaster. You absolutely got to go with Brad Lancaster. I mean, he's got 2 volumes out. He never put out the 3rd volume, which I'm incredibly upset about. But you can't beat those books for information on rainwater harvesting. So that's your go-to source. Of course, we got plenty of videos on rainwater harvesting. We're going to have some more videos on rainwater harvesting. There's definitely some things I want to go over about some mistakes we've made and some ways we can improve it. Homestead has some great videos on rainwater harvesting. We did get rain yesterday. They only got a couple drops in Wilcox. I know Wilcox definitely needs it as well, but we got 0.4 inches yesterday. Crazy.
Steven asks, can you do more videos of your artwork that you do, please? Yeah.
Actually, it's funny that you bring that up. You were actually planning on, you're going to be doing another drawing soon, and you're probably going to film some of that, right?
Yep. So that, yeah, I'll probably show quite a bit of that, but it will probably be sometime next month. And I'm working on an art project right now, so if I can finish that up tonight, that'll probably go into Saturday's video, but something a little different.
Is there any water in the cistern yet? There's probably a little bit of water in there. Like, even if we don't have any pipes hooked up to there, it can still actually catch water from the
Off of
roof.
its own roof.
So some of it'll probably get in there. Can we buy your artwork anywhere? Right now you don't have like you're not producing it regularly. But you have been taking a few commissions.
Yeah.
So you can check on our website, but you might something a little different with those commissions, and we might be stopping it for a little bit.
I might take a break soon.
But
There's a link.
there's a link. North Star Prep Setter's always on it.
Are you in a tax-friendly area?
I feel like it's pretty good.
Well, property taxes, I don't think it's not too bad.
Property taxes, I think, are pretty good. It's pretty low for us because we don't have much out here right now. But I'm assuming that the more we build out here and stuff like that, it'll probably go up. Or maybe not. Maybe the county will come out here and be like, this stuff doesn't raise the property value at all. If anything, maybe we can give them a little bit of a break and take a little bit more off of that. Is there any antenna signal in your area? I don't know. That's a good question. We don't get a whole lot of, like, satellite things are kind of an issue around here. I think we could probably get most connections. I mean, we got a cell connection out here, so I don't think that'd be an issue. Homestead Witchery, hello. Any good Wisconsin food recipes?
Wisconsin, like brats. I don't know.
Brats and cheese.
Sauerkraut.
I don't know if we're beholden to any like Wisconsin recipes, but I'm really excited when we like get to building the home. Like right now, we're probably making things a little bit more traditionally on our propane stove here. But once we get like the house built and we get like a cob oven and stuff like that, like an outdoor kitchen, I really can't wait to see kind of like what we do as far as meals and when we start growing more of our own food. Oh, I can't wait for that, y'all. I'm excited. I'm excited about that possibility.
How will you have a rocket stove on a wood base floor? I think we're probably gonna put the rocket stove around that, like on the area that's actually sitting on the ground, not like over the wood part.
Yeah. So not as much on the wood part, but it'll probably be mostly, it might be a little bit on there, but mostly like on the earthen floor.
Yeah, just so it can support more of that weight.
North Star Predator says, love the color of the cob, especially at sunrise. You know, it is. Yeah, I liked the look of the bags, but like when seeing that cob going all the way up to the level where we have the bags at now, it just looks incredible. I love the way the way it's looking. I can't wait till this dome is done. It's gonna be crazy.
Any more issues with the chickens? No, they've been safe and sound so far.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Since we've seen that snake. But we've been keeping them pretty secure.
You still close it up at night. I opened it up in the morning.
And we got blocks around the base of the coop.
I think the snake was the issue. What do you think?
Probably.
I think more than likely it was that snake. But we just take care of those snakes when we got them. I think we always run into a little bit of controversy every time we find a rattlesnake, because some people are like, let's kill them right away, and some people are like, oh, we're glad you saved them. Now we prefer just relocating if we can. That's just our method. But people got to do what they feel comfortable with, and I can understand if people have like pets and animals or children. You got to do what's right for you. Safety first. We definitely don't have any issues with people dispatching them.
Mm-hmm.
How's it feeling inside your dome as you get higher? Is the sound really muffled? So right now, especially with the shade cloth out there, it probably gets to about ambient temperatures inside the dome. You don't really ever go in the dome too much. You don't spend a whole lot of time in there, right?
Not too much.
So I think it might be a little cooler, but the fact that there's no roof, or the fact that the dome isn't complete, like the temperatures probably aren't going to be that much better. But sound-wise, it is different. Sound-wise, already we kind of get a little bit of an echo in there, right?
Yeah.
It definitely has a unique sound in there. Yeah.
That's another thing to think about too, the way we finish it off. Like if it's gonna be a smooth walls, it might really echo.
We were talking to there's this Ransom Ranch is close to us, and they're gonna probably have open houses, not as much as they used to, but we're talking with some other earthen builders, and they brought up a really good point about, like, if you completely smooth out the dome, it might make a weird sound in there. Whereas if you leave some of the ribs of the bags kind of lightly coated, it'll make the sound a little bit better. The sound might be kind of intense if we completely cob over a thick layer of cob over the whole dome. Oh!
Will cell phones work inside a dome?
That is a good question, and I don't know right now because it's not.
No.
I'm thinking it won't, because especially if I go to the other side of the dome, if I go to the northeast side of the dome, I lose all my connectivity. I think in the dome I can get some signal, but it's a little weak. And when we finish it, it might even be tougher. But I'm going to add in a pipe where we can still add in our Wii boost. So I'm hoping that if I add in the signal booster with the dome, that we can still get a signal inside there. I'm hoping. Greetings from Korea, also known as Gabianlandia. Cell phones will not work in an Earthbag dome. Okay, confirmation on that. Yeah, I mean, those walls are super thick.
Can you do a clay pot in a clay pot refrigerator? In your pot. I'd like to try, I don't know. It might be difficult to have like a full refrigerator storage size for that, but I'd like to try something like that with some.
I think that would be a fun project, yeah. Leah.
Oh, thank you.
For such a good boy, crew. Thank you so much for that. Yeah, he's been a good boy lately. He's been tired lately. Like, summer's rough for him. So, we like to keep it as cool as we can for him. I think if he can get outside in the slightly cooler temperatures, like that works for him too, rather than being inside. Curtis says, "I wish I could keep hitting that thumbs up, but it won't. It doesn't work." Well, we appreciate the even hitting it once. Oh, do I got time for a little show and tell? So we picked up a couple of packages. Some people sent us some stuff in the mail the other day. I'm a little excited about it. One thing that people sent us is this cool infrared thermometer. And you've actually been making use of that recently, haven't you?
Yeah, we've been testing out temperatures of like the cooler and the refrigerator.
In fact, when you first put the battery in, you were like testing everything.
Yeah,
weren't
it
you?
was.
Zap, zap,
Like,
zap.
what temperature is true?
What temperature was he, by the way?
Actually, like his surface temperature is only like 93.
And I was completely healthy, right?
Yes.
An extra thumbs up from the Dragon Clan. Awesome. And then they sent us a couple of these headlights. We have one already, but these are really nice and never hurts to have some extra.
Yeah, that's nice for, if we want to be working out after dark or early morning.
Yeah, these are really nice. I kind of like the strap here versus the other one I have. The other one I have originally has like a light like this, but then it has the battery pack on the back.
Oh.
So you got like two big clumpy things on both sides of your head. But I definitely like to work out I definitely like to do a lot of work in the evening, so these will definitely come in handy. Uh-oh. The upside of downsizing, just in time to say goodnight. Thank you guys for joining us. I know you guys are really busy too. They've been doing a lot of earth and plastering over their straw bale home. So they know exactly how we're feeling right now.
Any more bees coming to the homestead? You know what? I haven't seen any swarms.
Yeah, that's kind of unusual, isn't it?
Last year we had a bunch of swarms coming through.
Last year, a bunch of swarms coming through. I think even the year before that, we had a few coming through. But this year, nothing. I haven't seen any. Which I'm okay with.
Do you think because it's been very dry, there's not as much swarming?
That could be an issue. I feel like this summer has definitely been a little different as far as some of the insects we've been seeing and stuff like that.
Cochise County told me that there's a 5% tax break once you build a residence that's going from raw land to residential for tax purposes. I noticed our property tax went down. I think after we got our permit.
Oh, really?
I think so.
That's cool. Would tripod-mounted work lights be a good idea for working out at night in the cooler temps? That might be a good thing too. A lot of people have been suggesting some solar lights, and we might look into that. But we can only work like we can't build the house at night, I don't think, because especially when you're on top of the wall, like you need a lot of light right there, and it might be difficult getting those lights just where you need them. And I don't know if a headlight. What do you think, a headlight would even be sufficient up there? I feel like that'd be too dangerous.
I wouldn't feel comfortable with that. I guess maybe if we had like big floodlights or something.
Where it's almost like daylight, and then the neighbors will be real excited about us.
Yeah, I'm sure they will. Well, one thing that's
I think they're working on the dome again.
is like the bugs like that get attracted to the lights at night, and then it's like there's all these bugs.
I was taking crew for a walk at night down the road, and then your face gets attacked. Oh, Jeff Green, thank you so much for the $10 super chat.
Oh, thank you.
But I wish I could report on a cob cannon right now, but I cannot. I still need one more piece to get the cob cannon working, and then I'll be able to report how well it does, whether it's a good tool or maybe a pass. I think we'll probably be working with that maybe next week.
Yeah, we did have beehive.
Yep,
For a
and
while.
I think someone asked about Africanized bees too. Yeah, more than likely, if you get a wild swarm in this area, they're going to be Africanized.
Yeah.
I think some beekeepers might have other types of swarm, but your wild bees, more than likely, are kind of hybridized because it's so prevalent in the south.
Yeah, it's really easy for them to get hybridized.
Do you see many UFOs? I wish. Well, actually, one night I think I did see some mysterious lights in the sky.
Yeah.
But as for any actual UFOs, I haven't seen any. Or what are they calling them now? They're not calling them UFOs anymore.
They're not.
No, it's USP, USBs.
No.
They got another name for it. I forget what it is. Or it might be, is it UFPs or something? Oh, I'll figure it out. You got any questions?
Why do you torch your wood and oil it?
Yeah, it's just kind of our preferred method of protecting the wood. You can buy treated wood, and treated wood is definitely good. I recommend that for a lot of things. We kind of like the look of the burned and treated and oiled wood. Burning and oiling it kind of gives it a protection that can last as long as the treated wood if you keep up on it. And we like the look of it.
Yeah, and
It's a little cheaper method than going with
costs less.
the treated wood.
A little more natural.
And I really like the way it looks with the cop.
Yeah.
Man, I was just so impressed on how well those two go together. Bubba Redneck. If any locals need IBC totes, Maddoxon's has a bunch for $75 each in Douglas. Oh, gotta scoop them up. That's good information there. I might have to scoop them up. There's another place I've seen it, but it's closer to Tucson that has IBC totes. So, the $75 around here is a really good price for that. Good heads up. The upside analysis is like you just like burning things. I don't like burning things in the middle of summer. I'll tell you that. It's fun activity in the winter, but in the summer I could do without it. Busted.
Do you have a bunch of mosquitoes on there like we seem to in Tucson? We actually noticed some. Like
We've had a couple of mosquitoes.
Not too much.
And there were almost none last year. But the year before that, the mosquitoes were really bad when we had that really intense monsoon season.
Mm-hmm.
Mosquitoes got bad.
Why are there mosquitoes now? Like, where are they coming from?
I don't know.
There's no water.
No water. You got any more questions? Anything in the queue? Any one last question? Any last questions that we got thrown out that we didn't answer yet? Well, all right. I'll close it down. So next video, you can see more of the process on cobbing. We detail stuff on the refrigerator. I can't wait for the next video. So many cool things. And you were working on a little side project, weren't you?
Yes.
So there's going to be a little side project that Jess has been working on. So you'll get to see all that in the next video. I'm really excited about that next video, y'all. So thanks for joining us here. I love Thursday nights getting to hang out with y'all. Thank you so much to the moderators, always doing such an amazing job. Thanks to you guys. Check them out, all in blue. Yeah, thanks for hanging out with us, and we'll see you guys Saturday. I can't wait to get this video out for you. I'm so excited about it. It's gonna be a huge. So see you guys in the comment section on Saturday, y'all. Have a good night. Thanks so much for joining us.
Good night.
Good night. Bye.